Well, Merry Christmas, guys.
Merry Christmas.
How you guys been doing?
I'm doing great.
It's like I haven't seen you guys in forever. Brandon, the set design, shout out. This is amazing.
Thank you.
With bells of holly.
Holly.
Fa la 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 la.
Hey!
Tis the season to be jolly. Fa la Okay.
Added to the song list. Man.
Wow, okay.
This December, we're dropping a Christmas album.
You can't hold
December
us
is
to that.
almost over.
You absolutely can't hold us to that.
Okay, we're not holding anybody to this. This is all fake. It's all a lie. Don't
It's
listen
all
to
a lie. Please. We cannot come out with an album in less than a week. This is crazy.
Me. I mean, we have all the songs, just saying.
We do.
Just mix and master them, put them together, you know. Oh.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Merry Christmas to you.
Well, you know, we did a little gag gift thing here by the fire. Not by the fire, by the tree.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
By the fire.
I'm agreeing with you. I do want to highlight that Maddie did do like a Secret Santa thing where it picked our person for us. But she
there's
couldn't
only
figure
3
out that because there's 3 people, you could also figure out who got you something and who the other person was.
Well,
Everyone be out there. You could figure it out, right?
I wasn't trying to figure it out. And then Sam comes in today and he's like, I mean, we know who picked who. I mean, who got who? And I was like, what do you mean? Because I didn't think about it. It's like a child believing that Santa's real. I'm not trying to think about the logistics of Santa coming down the chimney, okay?
All I think about is logistics.
Yeah, but logistics people.
Yeah.
Okay, well, who wants to go first?
Sam should go first.
I should go first?
Yeah.
Okay.
So everyone knows because it's obvious who picked who. I got my cousin. My original gift that I wanted to give, Amazon took a very long time, so it's not here. But so I went out shopping, and I was like, I gotta get something funny for you. But then I was like, I actually saw this. I'm like, no, this is genuinely for him. I think you'll actually like this.
Oh, okay.
I think you'll actually love it. Something I really wanted to give you. But also because it's not sponsored, I had to get the knockoff version, but I still think you would love it. So this is my genuine gift because I know how much you love these.
No. Oh, snap. Oh, my God. How did... Oh!
Not My Little Ponies, but Pretty Ponies. My guy's a brony. He always has been. So
I mean, he's lying, but
it's
I'm
not
okay
a gag
with this.
gift. This is a genuine gift for him because he loves My Little Pony.
Okay.
Why did I believe you for a second? You had a whole speech and I was like, wow, like I really got them like a stupid gift.
What do you mean? It's true. It's your boyfriend. You know he's a brony. And he's always
I would hope he's not a
He's
brony.
been one. And I guess you're just figuring it out today, but
I guess.
yeah, that's my genuine gift for you.
I mean, you never saw the
What are their names?
bookshelf. Okay, so the purple one is obviously Sam
Wow.
because it's purple, you know. And I'm thinking maybe both of these together are always infused to be like a bratty or like,
So that's us?
yeah.
That's all.
That's
the 3 of us.
I mean, there's 3 people in the podcast. There's 3 ponies, you know. Maybe we could.
Pretty easy.
Is that the exclusive, partnership with Pretty
Oh.
Ponies?
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, clearly comfort level.
Comfort level pony.
Comfort
New
ponies.
merch coming out. We're gonna have these ponies that you're gonna be able to buy on shelves for this Christmas. So
Not this Christmas.
check your
Christmas.
stores.
You can't hold this. We can't hold them to the album.
They're already out there, so they don't know about it. But these are actually on sale right now.
Comfort
Wow.
ponies, brought to you by Sam and sponsored and showcased by me. Comfort ponies, get them while they're hot.
Merry Christmas.
Brandon, you gotta be like
Get them while they're hot.
Okay.
Who's next?
I want to go next.
Okay.
My envelope is
Okay.
for Sam. He's who I got.
That's crazy.
Did you want to? Okay. Did you want to hand it off to him or?
Yeah.
Okay, go
Sam.
Why did I get hurt in the process?
Why is it like
torn open like
Yeah,
that.
what's the wrapping on
Because my
this?
mom like almost threw it away. She was like thought it was an advertisement. I was like, no, that's my gift for Sam. And then I opened it up just to make sure, and I was like, that's my gift for Sam.
This is crazy. Okay. You could have threw it in a bag or something. This is wild. Okay.
I initially had gifts.
Wow.
Like a water bottle, or
She got me chips and queso.
Wait. Where's it from?
I almost.
It kind of looked like Chipotle kind of branding, but these are generic chips and queso.
Generic, yeah.
I would have flipped a lid if it was Chipotle.
Oh, no.
But I do love chips and queso. Thank you, Maddie.
Yeah, I almost did get you a Chipotle gift card as a joke. But then I was like, I don't want to waste my money because he won't go eat there.
I would never go. I would throw it onto the ground. I would
And
throw
then-
it outside.
When I was looking at a Gag Gift website, there was like a no. I went to go look at Qdoba gifts, and I saw those stickers, and I was like, let me get you some stickers. But there was like a baseball jersey, but it was all Qdoba, and I was like, I kind of want to get this for him. It was like $60, so I did choose
Friendship
to.
doesn't mean anything to you.
Well,
I
it's
guess
not.
there's a price on our friendship, and it's less than $60. Is
I
what
mean, that's
mean.
fair.
It depends
That's
on my
reasonable.
paycheck, and
I think.
depends on my paycheck.
I think that's fair.
Wait, what?
Put a lot of money into that. But okay, it's whatever.
$60 for the knockoff? For the knockoff Comfort Ponies. Oh, is it my turn?
It's your
Yeah.
turn.
Oh my God! I've been waiting for this moment all day.
All day he's been waiting for
Waiting
it.
for
Because
this
you know me. I love to buy gifts that, while the person enjoys them, they are very useful. I feel like you could get a lot of use.
I think I saw what it was.
I
Earlier.
like how you
these two
put it in a
things.
bag. Because that's very nice of you.
I'd like to say this is nice. Printing out that it
Actually,
is
saying
for
it's
me.
creeping me out. Why is he?
It's like a seductive, like,
That's very sad. He's like,
be quiet.
don't tell nobody.
No, I thought that was like honestly like Santa Kobe. You know, he's like shh, like he's just done the works.
No, that's like, don't say anything. Don't tell your mom.
No, it's like, don't tell your husband I'm coming in the house.
I mean,
Cheryl.
well, to
Cheryl.
that point, this
Oh.
gift will actually really help with that. If you,
Okay.
Wow. Carl repellent. Oh no, it's Carl.
I'm mad you put a picture of that guy. He's gonna be canceled now.
Oh no. So this is what Carl
That's
looks like.
Carl?
I would be mad if my husband
I actually
left me
like
for
that guy. I'm
Carl
mad that
too.
that's Carl. That's the guy I would be friends with. I think.
Wow.
yeah, so you know me, like you know the homies, you know they like to tuck me in, give me kisses at night, and if you feel like they overstep their bounds, call repellent, and it just.
Steph.
And then
Anthony?
if you actually look in there, there's another part to this gift. It's the fake
Bait
cigs.
cigs.
Yeah.
Bait cigs.
Since he was the nicotine, you put the bait cig in there and then you
I love
spray.
this.
Oh my god, he's gonna be like, babe? Oh god.
Yeah.
Wow, that's very creative. Thank
Wait.
you so much.
Are they like the candy cigs?
No, it's chalk.
Yeah, no, it's chalk.
Because this is for me. I think maybe if you give me a chalkboard too, then I can draw up my game plan of how I'm gonna get the Carls out of our lives. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Hey, shout out to Carl. That's one of our favorite stories of the podcast.
It was my favorite story.
That was really clever.
I love that. I love that.
Oh, hey, you made it to our ad portion of the video where this video is sponsored by you and people like you on Patreon. Whatever you want to do, however you support us, even if it's just liking, subscribing, and even commenting or sharing on this video or any of our others, we really appreciate it. Also, for our audio listeners, we're now on Spotify, so make sure to check us out if you'd like to. Thank you so much, and let's get back to the video. Maybe this is the time to get to the story.
Yeah.
Let's get to the story.
We're
Okay.
18
Is it
minutes
about
in.
music?
It's not.
Okay, then.
Is it about Christmas?
It is about not caroling.
Oh.
It's about Christmas.
Okay.
We're back on?
right.
Okay.
Yes, we are.
Am I the asshole for
Yes.
giving my... And you're right. No, I'm just kidding. Am I the asshole for giving my mother-in-law a fake copy of my house key and exposing her on Christmas dinner?
Okay.
Expose.
Fake copy of my house key.
And then exposing her at the Christmas
So
dinner.
you're like, hey, can you go watch my house? You're like, yeah, sure. Give you a fake key. Like, so how'd it go? You're like, oh, I was in here every day cleaning up. They're like, liar! Or try this key now, Mom. Why would you do
Or
that?
it's like, no, it's funny because I know you weren't in my house because my hamster's dead.
Not Barry.
Barry.
Bury the hamster.
Bury the hamster.
I had to bury Barry.
Bury the hamster. Just go.
I'll say yeah.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could have waited any other dinner.
Christmas,
Thanksgiving dinner.
come on.
Because then that's more entertaining.
Oh, Thanksgiving goes crazy. You can say
Thanksgiving
whatever
dinner,
you
you're
want.
expecting drama.
Yeah.
That's the best
Why
time
is it
to do
Thanksgiving for you guys? You guys are like, that's where you do
it.
it.
Because everybody's there.
Yeah.
So then, then when you come back to the family function, like in July or whatever, like when everything's like cooled over, we can all make jokes about it. But it's like it happened in Thanksgiving, and then it's all that cold season, so we're not going to see each other, obviously. And then when you get to July, it's like, oh, you remember when old dude said he was he stole all your money, and
Right.
and then it caused like a big argument, and then we're like all laughing, and like no one's crying or anything.
Remember when Grandma stabbed your uncle? That
then-
was crazy.
And he almost died. He
Thanksgiving.
went to critical care.
Oh
and
my
then
God.
I wasn't
wow.
traumatized. Or
Yeah. 6 weeks in the hospital. 6 weeks.
Anyway, so how's your mom? Okay. Am I the asshole for giving my mother-in-law a fake copy of my house key and exposing her on Christmas dinner? I want to preface this by saying that I, female 34, married my husband, male 37, a year ago. His mom is snoopy and annoying as fuck. She can't help it, that's just how she is, as my dear in-laws say. My husband and I purchased a new house recently, and my mother-in-law kept pushing on getting an emergency key. She promised that she'd only use it in an emergency, but given the fact that she had an emergency key to our old apartment and walked in on us being intimate twice before, but my husband didn't think it was a big deal. I just couldn't trust her, so I sent her a fake key after she kept pushing. She had a smug look on her face after I hand-delivered it to her. Days had gone by, and on Christmas dinner, mother-in-law angrily called me out on the fact that I gave her a fake copy of the house key. She shamed me for doing this in front of everyone, but in my defense, I asked her how she found out, and she said days ago, when she came over at 4 while my husband and I were out. I reminded her, didn't you promise that you wouldn't use that unless there was an emergency? So you tried to get in when there was no emergency, and you broke the promise you made to us? She looked red in the face, and the other family members started staring, and some even laughed at her for the face that she made. She suddenly got up from her seat and rushed into the kitchen, where she had a huge meltdown so loud that the next door neighbors must have heard. Literally, I've never heard a 60-plus-year-old woman throwing a tantrum like that. Needless to say, dinner was awkward, and my husband and his sister were giving me looks. My husband went off on me in the car and said I lied and manipulated and humiliated and exposed his mom, and said he wouldn't have let me get away with this if he had known. We had an argument, and he's demanding that I apologize to his mom for my childish behavior and for ruining Christmas dinner for the whole family. Am I the asshole?
Yeah.
No, that's justice. That's perfect right there. No, but
I feel like it's the same where I'm like, it's something I probably would have done, but you're still the asshole for doing it.
Yeah.
there's better ways to, I feel like, counteract it. Like you could have just been like, hey, why are you here at 4? I'm gonna just take the key until you show yourself worthy.
If I was a mom, I would have been petty though. Like I would have, when I tried to get in the house, I'm like, oh, this key doesn't work. I would have like broke a window and been inside, and the husband would come. He's like, hey mom, nice, the key worked, and she's like, yeah, it did work, and just look at the wife like it worked. And there's like wind coming in the back from where I broke the
There's
window.
snow.
Yeah, yeah, the key was perfectly fine.
There's just a robber coming in right after her.
Yeah, it works great.
Because the mom's the one who waited till Christmas
to
like,
bring it up.
yeah, because the mom did it days ago, but she waited. She's like, I'm gonna bring this up. I'm gonna try to embarrass her in front of everybody. Yeah.
Yeah.
So the mom's really the asshole too, but you're the asshole for giving the fake key.
So there's an update. So this went off unexpectedly, and I thought I'd show my husband some pretty helpful comments I found here minutes ago, but he got mad at me when he saw it and said I was nuts to talk about his family online. He demanded my phone so that he could delete it, but I refused and went upstairs and into the bedroom. I've never seen him so agitated, and I didn't think he'd react like that, but thank you guys for your support. It means so much. I guess we should read some of the comments, because they're saying not the asshole. Not the asshole. I'd rethink my marriage if my husband put his mother over me. Yeah, that needs to be dealt with before they have kids, because it will only get more and more out of hand. You don't want her having meltdowns in front of the kids. Can you imagine mother-in-law taking kids without permission, then having a fucking tantrum in front of everyone, kids included, when being called out? Yuck. What do you guys think about those? Because I see what you're saying, where you're like, there's probably a way better way to do that, and it's just kind of like passive aggressive. Mm-hmm. But I also think that she's kind of just dishing it back out after the mom is like, so what's good? Gave me a fake key. Yeah. Fake key, everybody, fake key.
Yeah, I 100% believe that's how she did it too.
Yeah.
Like, we got a fake key here.
Oh. Yeah. After those comments, though, it's just like, I think she's like more the a-hole too, because it's like you did it in anticipation, like without giving her the chance. Because it's like, if you get the chance to, and it's like, oh hey, we made a key. Like at that point, then it's fine, because it's like you already broke my trust now. Mm-hmm. But it's the fact that she did it without, like, not unprovoked, but like without giving the chance. Like, oh, maybe she's changed.
Mm-hmm. So. But
didn't she prove it by trying to come?
Yeah, but then like, okay, so then after that point, if she makes the fake key, then it's warranted. Like the mom will be completely in the wrong, because it's like, I gave you a real key, you didn't use it right the first time. I gave you a fake key, and you still didn't use it right. And now you're bringing it up at Christmas dinner.
Well, she said twice that she didn't use it right already. She already gave her 2 chances at the apartment.
Oh, yeah.
When they were doing the nasty, probably on the couch, probably on the kitchen.
Wait, both times she came, they were doing the nasty?
She came in watching, probably just in the corner, just like, I don't like your form.
That's my boy. Oh.
Just 2 different things. I don't like your form, but that's my boy.
That's my boy.
He's carrying this whole thing.
He's putting in all the work and you're doing nothing. And that's why she's mad. She was like, she critiqued me. I thought I was good, and the mom came in and said I was trash.
She just yelled, "You're just laying there.
Quit being a bedroom princess."
So she's like, yeah, we gave him a fake key.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
I feel like you just, like, the real right thing to do is just, like, not give the key. Say, like, I don't feel comfortable giving you a key. Yeah, don't be passive aggressive about it. Don't give a fake key. Just say no.
I agree.
I hate that Reddit's always trying to get people to get divorced, though.
Yeah.
Because what I did like was he said it, like, he obviously said it on their way home. He didn't say it at the table, like, you're being manipulative. Like, he waited till they were, it seemed like he waited till they were alone. I'm like, that's how fights should be. Like, you're not going to be getting along all the time. You got to put her to, don't put your mom. I'm like, what? Why are you trying to get divorced all the time, Reddit? Constantly trying to break up marriages.
I want to see, like, what their success rate in breaking up marriages is after advice.
I don't know, because I feel like sometimes maybe the reader or the OP doesn't give enough information, so Reddit just thinks of the worst possible scenario. Yeah. Because there are some situations where it's like, okay, these people need help. They need to realize that they're in an abusive relationship. But for most of the time, it's not really like that. And so Reddit's just like, the information that you just gave me, that is the worst man I've ever heard in my entire life. Divorce him. Yeah. And it's like, warranted, maybe not. Just from this
like situation. If the mom, like when she came into their apartment, she was like, well, let me tag in, let me show you what to do. Then you probably should get a divorce. If your mom's like, this is the form I want. Come here, son, you know what. Yes, this is it.
Just gets really weird.
Yeah.
She's like, can you turn on that camera really quick?
We need playbacks of this.
Do you wonder how my son is able to provide for you?
Yeah.
He has an OnlyFans with me. It's a weird fetish thing.
And she's like kind of getting in, and then she starts pushing the wife more and more, and the wife's just sitting there watching them go at it.
Just gets really weird.
Then you should get a divorce. If that's my rule.
All that.
If
all
your
that has to
significant
happen.
other is having sex with your parent, with their parent,
Or your parent.
your parent, fine. We're like, because we came from the same stock, so you're like, I get it. You're attracted to me, of course you'd be attracted to my dad.
So the next story. Christmas.
Christmas. It feels a
Christmas.
little like
Christmas.
Christmas.
Comfort ponies. Out now.
Stop promoting.
They are out there. Make sure you check them out. Put them on
ponies.
Google them. Put them on Amazon. They're everywhere. They're the hottest thing out this Christmas. Get your kids one.
Yeah, get your kids one.
Get your kids. Get your husband one.
If he's a brony like this guy, he's
Well,
gonna love it.
Yeah, he's gonna love it.
All right. Am I the asshole? Words.
Yeah.
Got a lot of them to read. You might mix them together every once in a while. Am I the asshole? See, sometimes I can't just be goofy and then cut to being serious because you break character. You break, so I break.
I never break.
You said,
Oh yeah, I do.
and then I
just
can
broke
hear
right
you
now.
laughing
I
at me.
did break right now. I'm sorry.
And then I break.
Okay, I'm done. It's serious, Sam. From now
Let's
on.
get serious. Let's get physical. Physical. In a few weeks, let's get physical. Let's get that body talk. Body
Let
talk.
the body talk.
I wasn't proud of that one.
I didn't. Don't put that on the album.
Yeah, no.
That's from the cut.
That's gonna be the main feature.
No, that's gonna be a
Let's go.
You need to cut
Interlude.
it.
interlude.
Ooh, yes.
It's like an interlude of the album.
They used to do skits on albums all the time.
They still do.
Rap skits.
They still do.
I guess I don't listen to whole albums anymore, but they're still doing skits.
I'll send you one.
Okay, yes.
I got a couple, and it's just.
So
Like,
I used to, like, when Kanye was like a normal person, like, he had the best rap skits, man. One was like, I can't keep working like this. This grave ship, it's like a slave ship. It's just stuck in my head because I listen to the album all the time.
The one I had, it was like, pretty much, this dude he was like, hello, is this Brownell Tablet High School? I mean, elementary school. And he's like, I gotta pick up these kids, man. Well, actually, that was the whole thing. Like this, I think this dude is like an Uber driver through this whole story, and he's like picked up these kids from Albania, and he's like running errands. He has to go pick up his kids. It was a great story.
Story number 2.
Story number 2.
Let's go. Story number 2.
Comfort ponies.
Am I the asshole for refusing to meet my sister on Christmas after she called CPS?
Oh, that's not funny, but god dang. That's so messed up.
Man, Christmas be bringing out the worst in people, man.
Laughing at a CPS title?
Crazy.
I'm sorry. That's not funny. It's just the wording was hilarious. I don't even want my reaction. I don't know. Let me just.
Make sure his reaction is completely.
I was gonna say, I was like, this is gonna be like the 9/11 one where it's like you're laughing at something that's inappropriate. Probably not the whole laugh, but at least the first laugh, and then Sam like right after that.
No, I was laughing at him. I wasn't laughing at. I want that clear. I was not laughing at the title. I was laughing at him laughing.
Perfect. It's in there now. I'll put that in there.
I don't think you are. I think you're cutting out. It don't seem like I'm laughing with him. Like I'm also bad.
Well, no, Brandon literally is like, I'm not laughing at the thing.
But
It
he
was like,
clearly is.
No,
Wow.
it's just the way it was
No,
worded.
he clearly is. That's something he said.
No,
He
it's not.
is.
well,
He is.
Brandon, let's sit with your decision as we read this story, okay? Okay. Am I the asshole for refusing to meet my sister on Christmas after she called CPS? I, male 37, lost my wife of 10 years, and it was so devastating for me and my daughter. It's unfortunate, but life goes on no matter what happens. My family knows how much I struggle as a single dad, and my sister doesn't really get it. She had issues with my late wife in the past, but she's now started helping with my daughter. She has redecorated my daughter's room without my consent. She'd insist I let my daughter go spend days at her house, but my daughter is comfortable at her home. She then started calling my daughter with another name, and I'm still trying to understand her logic behind this. I told her to stop doing those things and to be respectful and supportive, and she defended herself saying, I'm lashing out because of grief. I recently started teaching my daughter to do stuff on her own, like brush her hair, clean her room, wash her cups, make sandwiches while I take care of bigger stuff. My sister said that what I'm doing is wrong, that I'm giving her more than she can handle, that she's just a kid, and although I told her I'm teaching my daughter to be more independent, she said that I'm clearly doing this for my own benefits and avoiding responsibility. I got into a fight with her about this, and I told her she has zero say in this. And the next day, a CPS officer came to my house. My first thought was maybe he got the wrong house until he started reading the report to me, saying I never come home and that I make my daughter do things that aren't her responsibility, neglecting her education, by the way she's homeschooled, and that I'm not taking care of basic hygiene and whatnot. I told the officer my story and explained that I'm adapting as a single parent, and he proceeded to ask my daughter some questions. It was clearly a false report. However, I was told that I will have a permanent record with CPS, and I'm still shaken up by this. I told my family about it, and my younger sister told me that my sister was the one who called CPS after we had this big argument. I was so mad that I confronted her after she hid herself, called her immature and stupid to pull this crap, she's in her 40s, and that she's no longer my sister, then cut contact. It's been months, and now my dad started bringing her up, knowing how uncomfortable I was. He said that my sister feels sorry for what she did, and she wants to talk things out at Christmas dinner, but I said no. He and the others insisted, saying that I should be the bigger person. The family will be incomplete without me and my daughter on Christmas. Saying I refuse to be a civil adult to solve the issue that is dividing the family, I yelled and said that my daughter and I don't have to go after what she did. Doesn't matter if she's had issues on her own and didn't mean it and was just concerned. What the fuck was she so concerned about? They demanded that I at least let my daughter go and be with them and her auntie on Christmas. Edit, I don't want my daughter to go. I plan on going to my in-laws instead. I wanted to talk to her about it and see what she wants to do.
Who said that? Christmas be bringing out the worst in people?
Yeah.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
What? That one is heavy.
Yeah. That was really heavy.
Oh my god.
And even just thinking about the fact that he now has a permanent record with CPS over her being petty.
That angers me.
Yeah, you can't do that.
Why is she calling her a different name too? Did you guys hear that?
Yeah, that's what I was like. Different name. I think it would also help to know what the name was though. Because it's like, I don't know. I feel like in black families, a lot of people get weird nicknames. Like, my nickname is Wuda. My name is Brandon. Where did you get Wuda from? So it's like, I feel like that a nickname is, it could be a nickname, but if it's like, she's like, her name's like Alice and she's calling her
like Jenny.
Yeah.
I think that's what it is, where it's like calling her a different name, because he didn't say it was I don't think he said it was a nickname. So I'm like, she started calling my daughter with another name, and I'm still trying to understand her logic behind this.
I guess the only thing I think about is, I always think about this stuff when you have kids and you have a disagreement, or this is more than a disagreement, but you have an altercation with another person in your family. Because I think about it like when they're divorced too, like when they're like, you have a problem with the other person. But I'm like, you can't let that sit on the kid either. You can't be like, well, you can't hang out with them, you can't talk to them because we had an issue. Even if it kind of deals with the daughter, I'm like, if you don't feel like she's not safe with the sister or around the other family, you gotta let her see the family. But like, I don't have kids, so I'm like, I don't want to be like, you should let your kids be around who you want them to be around. But I hate when people like use their kids to punish other people.
I also feel like it's a setup with the whole the whole sister wanting to reconvene and stuff, because I mean, I don't know, he didn't really explain how close he is with the parents or whatnot, but they're like, yo, like, you need to handle this like a civil adult, like, you know, stuff like that. But it's like, in that whole time, if he was not talking to the parents, that sister could be spinning the lie and just like come out as like the victim. So then when it comes to the civil talk, he's actually just being attacked. But
Yeah.
I don't know.
There was a top comment here saying, not the asshole, calling CPS just because you're angry is wrong. She took time away from children who are being neglected and need help to get back at you. Not wanting to have her around your family is a normal response. She proved herself to be a danger to your family. And then OP responded saying, she called CPS because she didn't think I was handling my responsibilities as a parent and doing everything wrong. My daughter doesn't have to go sit at the same table with her aunt who caused this issue and put us in this terrible situation. I've been told that people are being ridiculous calling CPS for ridiculous reasons, but it's huge when it's family who makes the call, so it really hurt me, and now I know what type of person my sister is.
I mean, you are homeschooling your kids, so you are kind of a bad parent in my eyes. So I get that part of it. I don't like homeschool because I'm
Just
like...
the comments, Sam, I hate your opinions.
Because homeschool is like, either have professionals who went to school on how to teach young people, or your dad, who he graduated from high school, he has no idea how to teach anybody, and he's shoving a book in your face every day and said, wash the dishes when you're done. I don't trust homeschool. And I guess less about the education. I think kids need to be around other kids more personally. I think you can't just be at home. I think that raises bad people or weird people. My kid's going to be in a school.
Yeah. Because I think to your point too, it's like the whole social skill and like social games.
Yes.
Of what school is and what life will be.
Life is literally just school.
Yeah.
Life is school.
Except there's no like recess. That sucks.
I like how you guys pick the lightest thing from the story and be like, if you're homeschooled, you're weird. That's really weird.
I don't want to say that, but
you said it.
There's some people I'm like, you're homeschooled, right?
I can tell. I
can tell you were homeschooled. And I love all my homeschooled people. I love them all.
but you're weird.
But you're strange.
You're really weird.
And I love you because you're strange, and I'll never take that away from you. I love you.
You can't take anybody with strange ways.
Yeah, I can't because they're strange, they're weird, and I don't.
No, what I'm saying is you don't have the ability to.
I could if I wanted to, sir.
No, you couldn't. Hey, man, you knocked down the decorations.
You did that. I had nothing to do with.
You did.
You did that. Am I the asshole for buying my wife a Roomba for Christmas?
No, you're a hero.
It depends, though. If you already have a Roomba, then...
No, it doesn't matter. 2 Roombas are better than 1 Roomba. You're a hero if you have more than 1 Roomba.
But that doesn't
You're a
count
Roomba
because,
fanatic, though.
You're...
So can you
Roombas are
really
named
speak on
brand. Those
this?
are expensive. I ain't got a Roomba. I wish I had a Roomba. I got an Ecovax. I got a little Ecovax who's dumb and he don't... Sometimes when the power goes out, he just leaves his base and just moves into the middle of the room. I'm like, Jeffrey, what are you doing, dog? And he's like, the power went out. I thought that meant I should leave? Jeffrey, did I tell you to... So if I had a Roomba, I'd be happy. I'm sad now because I got a Jeffrey.
Am I the asshole for buying my wife a Roomba for Christmas? This happened last year, but still it gets brought up during arguments every now and then, and I just discovered this subreddit, so I decided to check out what you guys think.
Okay,
Whoa.
Me and my wife have 2 children, 15 female and 11 male. My wife is a stay-at-home mom, and since the birth of our second child, I, 46 male, work full-time and earn a 6-figure salary. My job is highly stressful, requires me to travel a lot, and mostly sleep in hotels. I only get to come home to my family on every second weekend on average. Despite working a lot, I'm glad to do it so that my family can live a comfortable life. Last year, I decided to buy my wife a Roomba for Christmas. My wife tends to be the one who vacuums the house, so I presumed she would like this present, as she would be free of this chore. As she unpacked the present, she was heavily offended and did not hesitate to show it, which made the whole situation quite uncomfortable as my parents and other members of the family were also present. She argued that this should not be a present directed at her, but at the whole family, as it is the entire family's responsibility to clean up the house. Since I work and I am the sole source of income in the family, and she is a stay-at-home mom, I think it's kind of apparent that she should take on the responsibilities such as taking care of the kids and maintaining the house. The gift was intended to somewhat relieve her of this burden. I personally would have loved to receive a Christmas gift that would have somehow made it possible for me to spend less time working. As cheesy as it sounds, I think the time is one of the most precious things in the precious gifts, and that Roomba would have definitely bought some time for her. Time that she could use to do whatever else she pleased instead of vacuuming. Unfortunately, 1 year later, this still gets brought up during arguments, often coupled up with her crying. So am I the asshole in this situation?
No, she's a material girl.
Elaborate.
Well, it's like, like, 'tis the season. Like, it's like the thought that counts. So it's like, I mean, I understand where she's coming from, where it's like, this shouldn't be directed at me. It should be for the whole thing, for the whole family, because everybody cleans. But it's like, if you're the one doing the majority of it, and he thought about it, like, he literally thought about, like, who does the most? She does. Let's just make it easy for her. I don't know. I feel like it was a thoughtful gift, in a sense. I don't know how thoughtful he can be, so I don't know. I don't think he is.
Yeah, I would agree. I think most people give bad gifts, and I think that's probably along in, like, you just get me things that, like, are not something I would like. It's just things that I would use, and some people think that's a bad gift. I personally like those gifts. I want things I can use, but I get why people are like, oh, cleaning, because I can see it the other way. Like, if you give a woman, like, an Instapot or something, like, give her a cooking implement, you're like, that's not a gift. It's just a tool we use. But a Roomba, that's a whole nother thing. A Roomba is the greatest gift you can give anybody. He got you a Roomba. He loves you. Roombas, you can ride on top of them and read a book while it's cleaning your house.
Are they that big?
No.
Oh.
But you can try it. And that's what I really care about. I think Roombas are the future. I will get married to you, sir. I'll take care of the cleaning and the taking care of the kids.
Why did you look at Brandon when you said that?
Yeah, why did you look at me?
You looked him right in the eye.
Because he's next to me. I looked at both of you.
You didn't look at me at all.
I'm not a Carl. I'm not a Carl. Okay, I'm not a Carl. I'm sorry. I'm just saying, this man.
I'm just going to throw the chalk over there. You're just going to run.
Scurry over.
Cigarette. Yeah.
Nicotine.
Carl? Or, what was his name? I forget his name.
But yeah, if you're getting people out here Roombas, that's love.
I think that he's the asshole.
I knew it. Just by your face the whole time she was thinking.
She was quiet and just looking at me, and I was just like,
tell us why, Maddie.
Okay. Well, I mean, she already kind of said it where she was saying that like, so this is coming from his like point of view where he's saying like, I'm the sole breadwinner of the house and my wife stays at home and does nothing and just looks after the kids. So the least she could do is, clean a few things. And
See, that's the difference though, where I'm like, people put that onto you, like, because I'm saying
Okay.
I'm the sole breadwinner, I'm saying that you do not. I'm not saying that.
but
I don't think he's saying that. I
but
think
being a
he didn't
stay-at-home
say
mom
that.
and then cleaning the whole house, because he even said like, I'm getting you this vacuum because I know that you do probably
lot.
almost everything.
Yeah.
And you also take care of the kids and you keep the house clean. I feel like that's like multiple different jobs. I mean, I'll have to maybe like include some like videos or something. But there's people that like break down like what a stay-at-home mom does, and even if she doesn't get paid for it, she's doing way more than what somebody would be doing at a 9 to 5. So the fact that
Yes.
her only present
Is
was,
something to alleviate that job?
what about her? What
That
about
is
her as
helping
a
her.
person?
She's having
That's
more
helping her do her job better. That's not helping her.
No, it's literally taking a part of her job away.
Because all you do.
Is that all he thinks
All you
about?
gotta do is empty the thing out.
Is that all he thinks about for her? Is the best present that I can give you is something to
He
make
said
you do
the
your
best
job better?
present is time. He just gave her time.
To do what?
Something that she loves to do.
I think
No
he's the
longer is she
asshole.
vacuuming everything. This Roomba's now doing the work.
Okay, well, he could get off his Roomba and do the work, Maybe he could vacuum.
He
And
doesn't
he could
need
use
to.
that
There's
money
a Roomba now.
for like a vacation for the two of them or something. Or a spa day for her. Like, why can't it be a personal present about her?
That's the only part I'll agree with you with. Like, I
Yeah.
do think he should have got more. Like, if he just got a Roomba and that's it, that's still enough. No, I'm kidding. But if he just got a Roomba, that is kind of trash. But getting a Roomba and something else, he's the greatest husband in the world.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure people will probably have a lot of different feelings about it.
But I totally see where you're coming from.
Yeah.
and I
like-
see where you guys are coming from too, but I think he's the asshole.
But I think it's also like we were saying earlier, it's like, like when Reddit tries to break you up, it's like we only hear that one side of the story. We don't know if he got or more gifts or anything. Did he say anything about like, I just got a Roomba, that's it?
For Christmas too. That's what you got me for Christmas? Are you kidding me?
He probably hid that he was like, also got her a car too. I got her a
I mean, this
$50,000
man
car.
is- this
But I
man
got
is-
her a Roomba. And a
I feel like he
$50,000
would have said something if he would have been like, he's the type of guy where he's like, I make 6 figures, I make money, I can my people live comfortably, I am away from the house, and that's the he's willing to describe the sacrifices that he makes to show that, hey, my wife does this, I do this, it takes all my time, I appreciate time. This freaking idiot.
See, you're saying the things, and I'm just seeing them framed differently.
Yeah,
like those are all positive. The way
that's
he's
fine.
seeing it, because I do think there's couples where they're like, where whoever's making the money, they are looking down on the person who's staying at home. Mm-hmm. I don't get that vibe from this guy. I feel like a lot of people are like, no, we are equal partners in this, and you're doing this thing that really helps our lives, and I'm doing this thing that helps our lives, and we're coming together. All he's saying is like, here's a little thing to make your life a little easier.
It sounds like she takes care of him though. Like she does everything, almost everything at the house. I don't know. From what you're saying about the equal partnership, then I should be doing my job as taking care of the kids and planning things around the house.
Yeah.
But then when I come home from my job, I don't need to clean the house or the mess that you've made or whatever. Like we should both be cleaning up after ourselves every once in a while, after each other, after our kids. Like, I don't know. It sounds like it's like I do this and she does this.
Well, we don't think we have enough from the story to know
Yeah.
if that's the relationship.
That's true.
Because I was actually watching a YouTube video where they actually talk about the boundaries between men and women, like these roles that people get put in automatically or whatever they fall in. And I think a lot of people think it's like bad, like women are always forced to do this and they're just like forced to clean up after the man and like they're forced to do these kinds of things. But I think like in most regular relationships, as long as there's communication, there is give and take, and most people are not Most people just feel like they were forced in the role. They never talked about it. But if you talk about like, hey, this is what I bring to the table and this is what I would like you to bring to the table, and you're like, well, I don't want to do that, then maybe we compromise and this is how we do it. Like, that's how relationships should be. Even if it does involve one person doing most of the cleaning or something or whatever, as long as you guys talked about it, then that's what it should be. And you shouldn't be worried about all these standards of like, I clean all the time. It's because you feel mad because you never talked about it and you never discussed it and you guys just fell into these traditional roles.
So there's 2 edits. One, I should also add that I would never have gifted my wife a vacuum cleaner or anything along these lines. I saw the Roomba as a robot that would fully take over this task, which is why I thought it would be a good idea. Edit number 2, I asked her numerous times before Christmas last year what she would have liked to receive, and she repeatedly told me that she does not want anything. I was left to guess and chose the most practical gift that I was certain she could make use of. And then
I feel like that just adds another layer.
Yeah, that does.
There's a top comment. It's asshole. People rated him asshole, obviously. Well, I only say that not because of what I'm saying, but because of what you guys were saying about Reddit and going to the worst possible thing, and me doing it as well. But that's why I'm like, obviously, like Reddit's gonna eat this up and be like, oh, you're the asshole. So that's what the rating was. You're the asshole. That's a gift for the that's a gift for the asshole.
That's a gift.
You're the asshole. That's a gift for the household and not her. It shows you primarily regard her as a housekeeper, not a partner. What interests does she have that are not about serving you and the family?
Yeah.
Somebody said this. Seriously, I'd be giving my husband daily blowjobs for a month if I got a Roomba for Christmas. It would free up some time for me, possibly terrify the kids into picking up their crap better, and F with the dogs at the same time. OP, this is a NaH sign of miscommunication. You saw it as something nice that takes a duty that she genuinely manages off of her plate. She sees it as proof that you view her as a glorified cleaning lady. I suspect that the Roomba isn't the problem. It's symbolic of whatever other miscommunications are present in your marriage. And then OP said, you're probably right. We do have a lot of issues in our relationship. This just happens to be one of the main things that was brought up during the arguments, which is why I posted it. But I totally agree with you about freeing up time factor. That is exactly what I had in mind when I purchased this present.
I get it.
So
that makes sense. Because I think too, it's like what I was realizing as we were talking is it's 2 different perspectives too. Because it's like girl versus guy. Like, you know, we're just like, oh yeah, like, you know, it's straight. Like, one year I literally asked for a blender for my birthday. They made fun of me. They got me the blender, but guess who was using the blender? All of them. But I just wanted the blender because it was like, oh, this is a useful tool. I would like a useful tool. Like, it wasn't like any passion, like, oh, like I want to make sauces or stuff. I was like, no, we don't have a blender. I want a blender. Give me a blender for my birthday. And so it's just like, I don't know. I think that it's also just like, you know, just like the straightforwardness that guys can have sometimes. It's like, no, I'm not thinking about anything, or no, I want this. And it's like, oh yeah, we'll get you this then. And it's like, cool. Like, I want a Roomba. I get a Roomba for my birthday.
You're getting a Roomba.
That's dope. That's lit. Cool. And then you just move on.
I feel like from your perspective that you're talking about, though, with my perspective, and even what you were saying about the blender, it's not like if anybody else wanted a smoothie, though, they'd be like, Brandon, can you make me a smoothie with your blender?
Okay.
I don't know. That's kind of the way that I see it, is like she would be the only person using the Roomba, which is why he got it for her. And then your blender example, it's like not everybody getting to use your gift. Not like the husband being like, Roomba time!
He could. We all got the Roomba app and we can all hit the button to clean. Because I think I've like come around on this whole topic because of previous relationships where they talk about like they've been in marriages where they're like, this broke them up. This whole conversation of the division of labor in the relationship. So I'm like, I do think differently about it now than I was like, no, that's just like I get the gift as a gift. But I'm just saying the Roomba. The Roomba is a magical thing.
Get it for yourself then.
I wish I could. I might.
I'm sure that your wife would support that and be like, if you're like, babe, I really want a Roomba.
Well,
I
because
want
of
a
these
Roomba.
previous conversations, I would never do that. I would never get a single thing like that.
Not mentioning it to her though, or giving it to her. Be like, I want to buy a Roomba with our expenses, and I want to use this Roomba to clean up the room. It's been a childhood dream of mine.
Yeah.
I
Well,
want
you
a
know how
Roomba.
to fix this? Buy it in freaking July. Buy it in October. Give it to her in October.
I think that's another
Don't
perspective.
do it on Christmas.
Just don't give her the Roomba.
Who wouldn't want a random Roomba in
She doesn't
May?
want the Roomba.
So she wants to keep vacuuming. Is that you really think that? You think?
I
she
mean, it sounds like
prefers-
she doesn't want the Roomba.
I don't
Maybe you're right, where she's like, okay, and her problem is like the fact of like,
It was on
why did you give me the
Christmas.
Roomba when you should have gotten me a more personal gift?
Right.
That's probably what the
Yeah,
issue was.
that's what I feel the issue is.
But then it's like, I don't know.
So you don't
Yeah,
think
maybe
she
get the
wants
Roomba
a
at a
Roomba?
Don't give it to her. Just be like, I bought a Roomba for the house. Why does she need to be given the Roomba?
Because I bought it and now I'm like presenting it to you. If I'm getting someone a gift just randomly, I'm giving it to them.
I think the whole thing is still like, why are you giving me the household item?
I think it's important because it's a Roomba. Like, it's different than what he's saying. Like, if I bought a vacuum, I wouldn't give the vacuum to my wife because it's a freaking vacuum. Who cares? A vacuum. A Roomba is a robot that can mop and sweep floors. That's nuts, right? I'm giving you a robot. I'm giving you technology. This is amazing. I'm not giving you a mop. That's not a gift. I'm not giving you a washer. If the washer could go around picking up clothes, putting inside of it and clean it, that's amazing. I would give you that.
Stop. Why are you giving it to her? Just
Because
why
it's
does it have to
amazing.
be given to her? That's where I'm like,
Because it's a gift. The room is the most important part of the story to me.
I should have changed it to vacuum.
It's a different story if it's a vacuum. Like, it's rude if it's a vacuum.
It's the same thing,
No,
Sam.
one's a robot, one's just the thing that someone's doing on their own.
I think we're on polar opposite opinions, and I think that's fine. I
is
think
fine.
I think there's probably going to be people that agree with any of us, and then there's going to be people in the middle.
There's gonna be people that are mosh pitting in those comments.
Probably.
They're writing hard.
People dying on hills in that comment section.
And I think that's where we're going to leave it at, is the Roomba story.
Christmas.
So I love you guys. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, guys. And we'll see you next week.